Want vibrant, lifelike gaming visuals on your LG UltraGear monitor with your Xbox? This video shows you how to quickly enable HDR for the best possible experience. First, ensure compatibility. Set your Xbox to output at 4K UHD, use an HDMI 2.1 cable, and switch the monitor to HDMI input. This ensures proper 4K resolution for HDR content. On your Xbox, navigate to Settings, then General, TV and Display Options, and Video Fidelity and Overscan. Enable Allow 4K, Allow HDR, and Allow Variable Refresh Rate. On the monitor, press the joystick to open the OSD. Go to Game Adjust and enable Game Mode. Then in Picture, turn HDR Effect on, set Picture Mode to HDR Game, and Aspect Ratio to Just Scan. For optimal results, update your monitor firmware. You can also calibrate HDR settings. This unlocks 4K 120Hz and VRR for smooth gaming. First, ensure your Xbox is outputting the correct signal. Go to Settings on your Xbox console. Navigate to Settings, then General, then TV and Display Options. From TV and Display Options, select Video Fidelity and Overscan. Make sure Allow 4K, Allow HDR, and Allow Variable Refresh Rate are all enabled. This tells your Xbox to send an HDR signal to the monitor. Now let's configure your monitor. Press the joystick button on your LG UltraGear to access the OSD or on-screen display. Navigate to Picture and find HDR Effect. Turn HDR Effect on. Then set your picture mode to HDR Game for optimal performance. This setting maximizes color accuracy and brightness for HDR content. In the monitor's OSD menu, navigate to Picture, then Aspect Ratio, and set it to Just Scan. This ensures proper 4K display without cropping or stretching. For Variable Refresh Rate, or VRR, the monitor auto-detects your Xbox connection. This syncs the refresh rate with the console's frame rate, preventing screen tearing and stuttering for smooth gameplay up to 120 Hz. VRR ensures the monitor's refresh rate matches the Xbox's output, eliminating visual artifacts and providing a seamless gaming experience. HDR, or High Dynamic Range, expands the color range, contrast, and brightness for more realistic visuals. It uses HDR10 technology with luminance up to 600 nits and covers 95% of the DCI-P3 color volume. 4K at 120 Hz provides high-resolution gaming with 3840 by 2060 pixels and smooth 120 frames per second. This requires HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to handle uncompressed signals. VRR, or Variable Refresh Rate, eliminates screen tearing and stuttering by syncing the monitor to the console's frame rate. It uses HDMI Forum VRR up to 120 Hz. All these features work together: HDR for realistic visuals, 4K 120 Hz for high-resolution smoothness, and VRR for tear-free motion, enhancing your overall gaming experience. If you're experiencing HDR issues, start double-checking your HDMI cable. Make sure it's HDMI 2.1 compliant to support full 4K at 120 Hz bandwidth. Also, ensure your monitor's firmware is up to date through LG's website. Outdated firmware can cause HDR compatibility problems. A simple reboot of your Xbox and monitor can often resolve some HDR issues. LG UltraGear models like the 27UN88B and 32UN80B are specifically optimized for Xbox consoles. These monitors feature HDR10 support, providing enhanced color and contrast for Xbox gaming. They offer 400 to 600 nits of peak brightness, meeting Xbox's HDR standards for lifelike visuals. Use HDR calibration and test demos to optimize settings for the best performance. Remember, HDR performance can vary depending on the specific game or content you're playing. Looking ahead, future LG UltraGear models may support Dolby Vision, providing even wider HDR capabilities with improved color accuracy and brightness. AI-driven picture enhancements will improve HDR performance, specifically addressing common issues like black crush for better shadow detail. Keep an eye out for firmware updates that will further optimize HDR and VRR functionality for seamless Xbox gaming. These advancements will continue to elevate the gaming experience on LG UltraGear monitors.